Today, we are sharing 17 ultimate travel hacks that are going to save you so much time, stress, and money. We've been traveling our whole lives, and for the last 2 years, we've been doing it full time, just the two of us. In our first year of travel, we were able to score a bunch of flights completely free, and we're going to share exactly how we did that so that you can too. We also figured out a few tricks to save us hundreds of dollars every time we travel.
So if you love to travel or you're planning your very first trip, this video has something for you. Not only is it going to save you time and money, but we're also going to share the biggest mistakes we've made over the years so you can avoid making them too. So make sure you like this video and make sure you subscribe because you will want to come back to this one before your next trip, I promise you. So hack number one, if you're not using it already, you need to use it. It is Google Flights. Its map view shows you the cheapest destinations from your starting point, and then you have Price Tracker that alerts you when your fares drop. We actually were able to snag a $300 flight to Greece by waiting for the price dip. I think one of the reasons why I like it the most is because you can see the cheapest flights over an entire month in the calendar view. You can instantly spot the cheapest day and you don't have to restart your search. And also, if you're not sure where to go, you can click the explore function and it'll show you the cheapest flights all around the world. So you can just pick based on your budget. And also it tells you things like the prices are a little high now and that the prices will go down in the future, so you can kind of plan around that.
Hack number two is to be a little bit more flexible with your travel dates and destinations. For example, for a lot of airlines, it's actually cheaper to fly on a Tuesday. We don't know why, but that is something that we have found. So flexibility is your superpower, or if you have the ability to go a little bit ahead of a important date, for example, school holidays or a public holiday, you're going to save a little bit of money there too.
And hack number three, it might seem unusual, but use incognito browser when you're searching up flights because some companies will actually change the price based on where you're located.
Hack number four is to become a member of Booking.com, and they call you a Genius member. And when you start to make a few different bookings, they actually rack up your points and then you can use those points for discounts. So if you log into your account and search for hotels and even flights and things online, you'll see the Genius discount pop up. Sometimes it's up to 20% off, which is awesome. Another tip with that is sometimes they also have a phone-only booking, and it's sometimes cheaper to book on the Booking.com app rather than it is the laptop.
Hack number five is travel during shoulder seasons. This is a huge tip, okay? Because you're gonna get a much better trip, great weather, less crowds, cheaper flights, cheaper accommodation, sometimes even cheaper food because they add on a tax when it is during the peak season. So if you go to Greece, aim for May or September. Just watch out for strong winds in places like Santorini. Or if you go to Italy, try April or October. Even Sri Lanka, you have the shoulder seasons, April and September. Just be wary of the monsoon and you will save a lot of time, money, and have an awesome trip.
Hack number six is for Airbnb lovers. We use Airbnb to book all of our accommodation, and what I have found is that sometimes if you click include breakfast, the price doesn't actually change so much, and you'll usually find homestays with breakfast included. So not only will you get the accommodation, but you'll also get a free brekkie every morning.
And they're usually great.
And they're usually fantastic.
Really
especially in Sri Lanka. We had the best homestay and the food was huge. And also, this also goes with Booking.com because when we were in Alachati last year, we did the exact same thing, included breakfast, and it was a really cheap accommodation and the breakfast was fantastic.
Number seven, book directly through the companies. If you find a hotel or you find transport on a site that searches through a lot of different companies, like for example, you go on Skyscanner and you search a bunch of different flights, you should always check the actual company's flight. So go to the company's website. So let's say you go to Skyscanner and you search up flights, you find the Virgin flight, then go to the actual Virgin website and search up that flight and you might actually get it cheaper. This goes for pretty much everything. If you find hotels on Booking.com or on Airbnb, especially in Asia, you can actually reach out to them through WhatsApp or whatever and try and book them just, the old school way.
For cash too.
For cash too. And you might save a bunch. Also, if you go to places like this and you do book through some of these companies, you can always negotiate to stay a bit longer for cheaper. So like if you do these homestays, you know, Airbnb and Booking.com take such a big cut. So in the end, it's helpful for both parties.
Hack number 8 is all about saving you some time. We recommend downloading Google Translate, so wherever you are in the world, you can have a conversation with pretty much everyone. And also download Maps.me, because this is a fantastic map that is going to help you get to where you need to without Wi-Fi or 4G. We also recommend checking the local taxi apps and food delivery apps when you're in the country. For example, in Bali, they use Gojek and Grab, and here, and even in the Greek Islands, Milos had their own Milos taxi app, and there's an Albanian taxi app as well. They don't have Uber here.
And number 9, this is super important, guys. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, because we share all of our travel tips. And when we share a video on a place, we don't just share, you know, our thoughts. We go to the best restaurants, we go to the best places that do the best activities, and we try them all out and let you know how they are so you can do them too. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this. And also follow us on Instagram, because we're way more active there and you get the real behind the scenes.
Travel hack number 10 is to pre-plan where you're going to stay, and if you can, stay for at least 7 days in one spot, especially if you're using Airbnb, because most places give you a discount for staying longer than a week. If you're there for a longer period of time as well, 28 days, you will get a huge discount. For example, we're going to Montenegro soon and we got nearly $800 off for the entire month because we're staying for 28 days.
Tip number 11, and this might seem boring, but I think it's super important, and it's been proven to be super important. One is carry a water bottle with you, a refillable one, because not only will they refill it on the flight for you, you can usually refill it in the airport, but also you get super dehydrated on planes, and actually it can really worsen your jet lag when you are dehydrated. So then you don't enjoy your holiday as much. And also make sure you bring a universal travel adapter. This is going to save you a bunch of time, and make sure your phone doesn't die.
Hack number 12 is to carry cash with you everywhere. No matter what country you're in, you never know when you might need it, especially sometimes randomly going through borders in Cambodia, you need USD. So I don't know why, I just always carry like a little bit of USD on you. It's super easy.
Another way to save money from ATM withdrawals is to get a card like a Wise card, because when you withdraw money overseas, they actually will convert your thing from whatever you are, Australian dollars, to the currency that you're in. And this conversion can sometimes be not very good for you. So what Wise does, it allows you to get the live currency conversions, and you can convert it on your app or online. And then when you withdraw, you don't have to pay those extra fees. And we've been using it for the last 2 years. We love Wise. It's been super helpful. I think we've saved a bunch of money. And if you want a Wise card, we put the link below. So just tap on that and you'll get one in like a week. They're super quick.
Hack 13, and this is honestly probably the best one, and it's gonna not only save you money, but make you feel like you're a bloody baller, because that is getting a credit card, if possible, or creating a Qantas frequent flyer account, getting a credit card and using and taking advantage of their points system. We got a credit card, I think when we first, just before we left Australia 2 years ago, and it came with 120,000 free points when you only spent $3,000, which you're probably gonna do anyway when you're booking your flights and booking things for your holiday. And then as soon as you pay it off straight away, you spend the money, you got the points, and then you can use them for upgrades, you can use them for free flights, you can use them for hotels, you can use them for shopping online, and there's just so many ways to increase your points as well. For example, if you want home insurance, I was looking at that last night, you get 30,000 Qantas points. We flew from Dubai to Scotland last year completely free in business class, and then this year we went from Thailand to Bali, Bali to Sri Lanka, all using our Qantas points, mostly points and pay. You pay like $100 and then mostly a point, so the flights become super cheap.
Also, while we were getting prepared to move overseas, we actually did a couple of credit cards, so we built up a fair few points before we left, which was super helpful Just remember, this is not financial advice, and anything you do getting into credit cards or whatever is at your own risk, but it was a great way for us to earn points and definitely helped. Number 14 is travel insurance, and this is important. It's not that expensive to get travel insurance, but it'll save you a bunch. In fact, when I was younger, I lost my whole suitcase and it got entirely comped. Plus, I got my suitcase back in the end, so that was fantastic. But it does save you a bomb. And then also if you have flights cancelled and everything, you got that peace of mind, because flight companies, they don't care about you. And sometimes, you know, they'll stuff you around, you'll miss a flight and then you need to claim it because you can't afford another $2,000, $3,000 flight. Some are really expensive these days. So at the moment we're with Safety Wing, and they've been super helpful, really easy to work with, and we signed up very, very quickly. We really like it. So if you need to get travel insurance for your next trip, just check the link below. They're awesome.
Hack 15 is all about travel documents and booking onward flights. So for a lot of countries, you actually need a ticket to leave or going on. They need to see proof that you're leaving the country in order to actually board the flight. We have been caught so many times not having planned our next spot or destination and having to book the flight randomly in that spot in order to board, which is an absolute nightmare. So stressful. Panic station. The biggest hack we can give you here is to use the Onward Flight app. This has been a game changer for us, and basically they book you a real seat on a real flight going to wherever you say you want to go. They'll send you your flight itinerary so that you can show the concierge and the desk that you've got a real flight, and then within 24 hours what they do is cancel it. So all you do is spend £15 for that ticket, and then obviously they get refunded in the back end, but it has saved us so many issues, so much stress, so much time, so definitely look into that. Another hack is to just make copies of all your important travel documents. You want your passports photocopied, keep them in your backpack somewhere or your bag. Make sure you have those little passport photos as well, because quite often you're going to need to, you know, take that and stick it on a piece of paper somewhere random and create a new visa for you. So definitely have those handy too.
And then the last document you'll need is an international driver's license. If you want to hire a motorbike or a car overseas, you'll need this in most countries now, especially if you get pulled over by police. They will check these days. So get one of them, and then also take pictures of that, because a lot of the time these are just paper licenses. They're real shit. That is actually a joke. But you should take photos of it because it'll get destroyed at some point and you'll need those when you're driving. Number 16, the internet. We can't live without it these days. We need the internet, so there's multiple ways you can get this on the road. Number one is you can get an eSIM, and these are probably pretty good for people who want to travel just for a holiday, because they're super easy. You can organize them online. They all have apps. You can use Holify, you can use SIM Corner, there's heaps of them out there. The other way is you can buy a SIM card when you're in a country, and I wouldn't buy them at the airport because they can be expensive, but if you go to places like Asia, buying a SIM card is very cheap and they give you like unlimited data. So I would honestly prefer buying a SIM card or even an eSIM in the country when we travel, because you're going to get better bang for your buck. The other thing you can do is just do data roaming. We're with Optus at the moment, and they charge about $5 per day for 5 gigabytes. And sometimes when we're jumping through countries, we don't have time to get another SIM card, so we just use that. It seems to work pretty well.
Hack number 17, and honestly, this is probably the best one. We've both done this, and that is to rent out your own place when you're on holiday using Airbnb. We have both rented my house and Tice's apartment in Melbourne, and we have made a lot of money just going on random weekends away camping. We rent it out on the weekend, going away for 2-week trips, we rent it out while we're away, and we have made a lot of money that way. So if you're happy having some strangers in your house, maybe just lock your important things away, clean it up a little bit, put it on Airbnb, you can make money while you're traveling.
So that is our 17 travel hacks. If you want to know anything more about anything we've spoken about today, please let us know in the comments and we can make more videos about things in particular. I know for one, the credit card thing, a lot of people are really interested in that, and so if that's something that interests you, let us know and we might make a video on it. But otherwise, we hope you've enjoyed it. Enjoy your travels and make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
See you soon.
See ya.